new webinar. Don't build from scratch AI integrations for your existing web platforms. So without further delay, let's dive into it. Our today's objective is the digital transformation race has begun, but not everyone needs to start over. Today, we will discuss how integrating AI into your current platform can drive faster results, reduce cost, and create sustainability digital experience. My name is Gulshan Bal. I'm an AI solution consultant and LinkedIn expert at Techno Exponent. I help organizations transit into AI first environments, specializing in B2B growth strategies, digital adoption, and AI consultation. Let's know about our speakers. We have Dr. Sabyasachi Saha with us, who is the CEO of Techno Exponent. He's a PhD in AI, chief AI scientist, and 15 plus years in enterprise AI and web architecture. Our next speaker is Jayantisa Tagore Saha, Chief Business Officer of Techno Exponent, responsible for managing the AI operation and over 14 years of experience. Our next speaker is Michael Collins, who's the Global CTO at Techno Exponent, AI integrator for multinational systems with scalable backend experience. Our next speaker is Raja Banerjee, Engineering Manager at Techno Exponent, specialist in AI ML, system development, and deep learning. About Techno Exponent, we are a globally recognized digital transformation company available in Dubai, Singapore, Miami, and India, empowering 3,000 plus clients worldwide, 4,000 plus successful project deliveries, and 400 plus expert professionals part of our family. What we do, we provide AI, ML, data science solutions, blockchain and SaaS, cloud, web, and mobile app development, including digital marketing. Today's agenda, we will talk about market shift from rebuilding to integrating. Then we will talk about why AI integrating is winning. Then we will talk about real world cases and impact. Why you need to know what you need to know before integrating AI. We'll talk about some case studies, then key takeaways, and then we will dive into our Q&A section. Now let's talk about the market scenario. And for that, I have the best person in the room, Joyandesa Tagore. Ms. Joyandesa, you can start.
Yes. So thank you, Gulshan. And let's start by looking at the current state of digital transformation across the industries. So according to Gartner, by the end of 2025, over 60% of enterprises are expected to either rebuild their full platform in a complete new way. Also, there is an interesting thing that Forrester reports that 40% of high performing businesses are taking a more strategic and cost effective approach. So, what they are doing? Instead of full rebuilds, they are integrating AI capabilities into their existing infrastructure. So, why? If we move to the next slide, yes. So, you can see there are 3 points. Faster time to market. So AI integrations allow companies to roll out smarter features within weeks and not quarters. Next point is cost efficiency. So firms report up to 30 to 40% lower development costs compared to platform overhauls. And the next point is incremental innovation. So AI augments functionality without disrupting existing workflows. In fact, McKinsey's 2024 Digital Adoption Index highlights that companies who integrated AI into existing platforms saw up to 20% improvement in productivity within just 6 months. So the real shift we are seeing here isn't just about rebuilding, it's about rethinking what's already in place. Because in most cases, and in almost all the cases, the platforms are not actually broken. It's not intelligent yet. And that brings us to the next big idea. If we move to the next slide, you can see here is written the title, The Shift. Don't rebuild, reinvent. So your platform isn't outdated, it's underutilized. And that's the mindset we champion at Techno Exponent, and it's creating a real big impact across our global client base. So let's break this down. You don't need to throw everything away to become AI driven. What you need is to identify the right points of integration, the areas where AI can immediately elevate your product or platform experience. So, here are some of the most effective AI powered upgrades we have delivered, like smart recommendations engines. It is mainly used by e-learning, e-commerce platform, also by real estate industries to increase user engagement by up to 45%. Predictive analysis, analytics, it helps logistics and HR platforms forecast demand, staffing, and resource allocation with 70% plus accuracy. If we talk about intelligent dashboard, so what it does, it replaces static admin views with real-time actionable insights that cut decision-making time in half. Next popular AI integration is AI generated content and auto evaluation. So what is that? It is used mainly in edtech and SaaS products to save up to 60 to 70% of manual effort while improving consistency and output. So if we talk about other high impact AI integration across industries, so there will be AI based document validation system, and it is mainly used by the industry like fintech, legal tech, HR tech. What it does, it accelerates processing of contracts, IDs, certificates, KYC forms, cutting validation time by up to 80% and reducing errors. Next would be AI imaging and diagnosis tools, mainly used by healthcare and wellness industry. And it is used to identify anomalies in X-rays, scans, and patient photos, assisting doctors in early detection and clinical decision making. Next would be AI workflow automation bots, mainly used by admin, operations, customer support industry. So it handles tasks like ticket routing, email triage, and data entry and saves hundreds of hours in operational overhead. Next, very popular AI integration nowadays is AI voice bots for appointments, mainly used by the industries like healthcare, wellness, salon booking, or any other industry wherever appointment booking is a very important thing. So it's a controversial bot that book, cancel, or schedule appointments via voice call or chat, cutting wait time to by and improving the satisfaction level of the clients. Next, very popular AI integration nowadays is AI trading bots, mainly used by the industry like finance, crypto, wealth tech, and it is a real-time driven bots that make autonomous trades based on strategies, helping users maximize returns and monitor market shifts. Then the last would be in my list. The last would be AI generated SEO landing pages. It is mainly used by retail marketing, online marketplaces. What it does, it automatically produces optimized content that rank in search engines, boosting organic visibility with minimal human effort. And if I talk about the best part, so best part would be that you don't need a full overhaul to begin. So you can start with AI microservices. You can just plug and play APIs, launch a pilot mode in just weeks, and scale based on the results. So it's faster, leaner, and far more strategic than rebuild the whole thing from scratch. At Techno Exponent, we believe the real question isn't should we adapt AI? It should be how smartly can we integrate it? So, as we move into the next segment where we explore the real case studies from different industries and different planning domains, so I encourage you to think two questions. Number one, what parts of your platform are underutilized today? And the next question would be, where could AI deliver measurable value without disrupting your present business and present workflow? So let's explore that transformation together. And thank you for listening to me. We are eager to hear the next segment.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jalandesa. It was very insightful decisions that you have just given. And let's move to the next segment, that is what you need to know before you integrate AI. And for that, I would like to invite Raja to speak about it. Hello, Raja. Yes, you can take over.
How smartly we can integrate it, that's the thing that we have taken forward. So we need to understand that most of the systems or most of the websites or the most of the apps that we have, they have enormous data and they are AI ready. Most of the apps that we have seen that okay, they are built on APIs, they have good relational database, they have normalized databases, they have structured and unstructured data. So they are dealing with enormous data. So it's very easy for us to integrate AI into those web apps or mobile apps or into any system. But before we start the process or before our clients start the process or they start thinking that okay, we have a website, we have an app, so like what are the basic four things that we should keep in mind before we start the AI integration process? First is, I know we have enormous data. Each and every industry, each and every application, each and every web app, mobile app, lot of data is there lying on the server. But what's the quality of the data? How much data can be used for training the model? Nowadays, people use a lot of data validations and data generation techniques. So the quality of the data even is really very good. So it's not that you have to do a lot to train or to to rectify the data. The data is already validated, authenticated, and the data is pretty good. And especially the systems that use a framework like Magento, a framework like Moodle, a framework like WordPress, or framework or any other framework. They already have a very structured built-in CMS to control the integrity of the data. So quality of the data is already very good, and that's is one of the very crucial thing to integrate AI faster inside your system. So now, once we are done with the data quality, we know that we have enough data. So we need to, you know, we need to think about how smartly we can use the data, because we need to remember that our model is only as smart as our data set, because AI learns from the data. So availability of the data for the model to get trained needs to be there. If we come to the second point, then we should start with small wins. Say, for example, there is a big system, and we should not go to overhauling the system and to change each and everything and automate each and everything using AI. Let's start with small goals. Say, for example, we can always automate a support workflow using a bot, or we can always convert the search bar or the searching facility in the website or in the app using smart searching features, using embeddings, using models like OpenAI. Or if I can exactly tell you the name of the model, it's text embedding 3. We can use a small model. So it's about providing value without overhauling the entire system. So that's a very key thing, because if your entire system is getting overhauled, then then there is a risk associated with it. So we do not want to go that way. We want to keep small wins at a time. The next point is it's very interesting. Lots of the web apps or mobile apps, they are already using Zapier. They are already using many other SaaS tools. That means they are already they already have a REST API backbone. Now, this REST API backbone is very much needed for AI integration, because we as AI developers will call your API, will get the data, will train the model, and will give you the response backs, and the response gets integrated into your system and in any of the modules that you want. So if you have a good API backbone, then it always helps in integration of AI and the faster integration of the AI. And finally, we need to know that now AI model continuously evolves. So you train with the first set of data, then we deliver you the model, then we'll set up a model training pipeline. And according to the pipeline, with new data which are continuously coming in, the model is getting trained and it's getting smarter and smarter day by day. So these are the four things that we need to keep in mind before we start integrating the AI, and which are very easy. Actually, most of the systems, they do already have now. So now, next slide, please. So what we have done, we have taken 6 major industry segments, starting from e-commerce, retail, edutech, healthcare, logistics, and sales and marketing. And we'll see like what we need to integrate AI in these domains. And basically, before we integrate AI, we need to understand how it applies to our specific industry. That is very, very important because industry needs are different, clients are different, the nature of data is different. So definitely the learning process and the behavior of the AI should also be different. So that means that for every industry, we have multiple AI use cases. So let's start with e-commerce. The next slide, please. Okay. E-commerce. In case of e-commerce, it doesn't matter which platform you're using. Amazon, Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento. In any case, you'll see that e-commerce, we are already sitting on a gold mine of data. From our product catalog to user behavior, the next step is just using AI to make the data work harder for us. We have all the data. Now we have to churn the data in a way so that it can generate more and more sales and insights also. So if you're running a Shopify or a WooCommerce or a custom PHP website, AI integration doesn't require starting from scratch. As I just said, that most of these frameworks, they are so good, they provide APIs, you can easily expose those APIs to interact, to allow us to interact with your system. And say for instance, we have very publicly available and very efficient AI models like ChatGPT or Cloud, Sonnet 4, Gemini, Flash. So we can automatically integrate and generate issue-friendly product descriptions in a bulk. So now product description generation, product image generation, product image augmentation, the displaying the product in various colors from various angles, these can be done using generative AI. And this can be done at a scale, and the speed is very fast. The next one is uh, the the biggest thing that really helps a business is uh, if you can predict the purchase behavior, if you can predict the cart patterns, cart abandonment patterns, and on-time page matrices. Say, for example, how much time a user is spending on a particular page, what are the kind of products he has added to the cart but never went for checkout, or what is the past purchase behavior. So within this, we can always develop recommendation engines, and these recommendation engines can recommend products and always provide insights to the merchant as well. So let's go to retail. So next slide, please. So in retail, the sales is happening in a bulk. So in retail, whether we are online, offline, or hybrid, we already know what is selling. But with AI, we can start predicting what will sell next. So say, for example, we have the data from the point of sale, we can have store footfall, we can have loyalty programs, we can feed that into AI models to forecast demand with incredible accuracy. Platforms like Google Vertex AI, platforms like Profit. Profit is a very popular model developed by Meta, which can help us to automate the inventory planning, which is very, very important for a retail industry because you need to maintain the stock, you need to maintain the reorder levels. Not every product is consumed at a standard rate. So the AI needs to learn and tell you what should be the correct reordering level of these products in a specific industry. So, and these really help us in reducing either overstock or stockouts. So even we are running operations on Excel or Tally, there are a lot of small business who, who don't have a big system, so they have Excels and Tally, or a very simple inventory app. We can integrate AI to suggest personalized orders or recommended systems powered by Skylar or Scalar. So these are the models, these are the AI tools that can be used in retail industry for predictions and to help out to reduce the stock out or overstock things. Next slide, please. Okay, education and training. So in education and training business, we already know the most important asset is the learner's journey because every learner wants to know that, okay, if I take this course, what I'm going to be, what kind of jobs I can apply, what kind of skills I'll develop, uh, what I'll be after 6 months or after completion of the course, where I can apply, what's the market demand, and uh, are my skills in par with the industry. So these are the things that's very important in a learner's journey. It's not all about just starting from lesson one and going to the last lesson and then giving a quiz. No, it's not like that. So basically, we already have the most important asset, that is the learner's journey. We have the data, and especially if you are using systems like Moodle, which is a very, very popular learning management system, Google Classroom, it is also very popular, or even any custom learning management system. AI can be integrated without overhauling what we have already built. For example, with OpenAI or Cloud or Gemini, we can auto-generate quizzes, lesson summaries. We can check the answer sheets, or whether it's a descriptive answers or it's objective kind of answers, all sorts of answers sheets. We can monitor the exam, we can do e-proctoring. So there are a lot of possibilities, and there are a lot of opportunities in education system. Next slide, please. Healthcare, probably one of the biggest sector where AI is heavily applicable. And as we know that we can analyze the appointment booking history, we can analyze and predict no-shows, especially in case of patient booking. We can learn from the EHR of a patient. We can do the communication. We can come up with a support bot. We can do the diagnosis. We can do uh, we can study the symptoms, and we can suggest certain remedies. Telemedicine. So lot of opportunities are already there, and basically with help of computer vision and other AI techniques, there can be very critical operations or very critical activities that can be done in healthcare sector to help our doctors, help our physicians and the patients. So I also definitely I'll come to a few case studies like that in upcoming slides. So next slide, please. Logistic, as we all know, in logistics and delivery, every trip tells a story. So basically, AI connects the dots. Dots are the various delivery points we have with GPS data, with delivery logs, with even with a Google Sheet. AI can optimize routes, predict delays, and cut down delivery times without needing for more drivers. And tools like, we have certain tools from Google like Google OR tools or Route Excel. So we can use these tools and make this possible with just the data that we already have, because we already have the delivery points, we already have the routes. So all we need is to take the data, give it to these models, and come up with the new insights. Next slide, please. Sales and marketing. Very, very interesting, because this is one department that is needed in each and every industry. Without sales, without marketing, industry cannot survive. So it's it's very important that we use AI to create the sales funnel, to control the sales funnel. In sales and marketing, we are already reaching out to our customers through HubSpot, Zoho, Gmail, or even WhatsApp. So that has become a very common thing. We use these APIs and we reach out to our customers. But AI makes that communication smarter, faster, and more personalized. How it makes? Using bots. We can develop WhatsApp bot that can communicate with your customer. We can develop voice bots that can automatically receive a call and communicate with your customer. We can develop email bots that can respond to the incoming emails and keep on the communication going with the customer. And along with and sales and marketing, we can always have the marketing campaign completely controlled by AI. So you create a template and give the template to the AI. It will generate entire contents. It will post the articles each and everywhere, and it will launch the campaign like a pro campaign manager. So these are the automated emails and voice replies, personalized outreach emails. These each and everything can be generated because we know our customers, we know from which campaign the leads are coming up, and storing the leads in appropriate categories in the various CRMs can also be done automatically by the AI agent themselves. So these are the six segments we talked about, like what are the opportunities, what we need, and it is very easy to integrate this AI into these systems because in this system the data is already there, the APIs are already there, the technology is already there. Just we need to tweak a little bit, interact with the system, and deploy our models. So let's move on to the case study section. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is one of the interesting case studies. So AI comics project. Comics, everybody has read comics and we still love comics. Good comics we still love. Now, in this project, what happens that if a person submits his biodata and certain events uh, that happened with him, maybe in the professional field or maybe in the background or maybe in the history, this entire information can be converted into a digital comics. Now, in digital comics, what happens that you will have the entire comical journey of that person. So if you are a person and whatever you have done from your childhood, and if you have faced any kind of a trauma, if you have won some awards, what kind of adventures you have done, what kind of trekking, each and everything, and it will create a story. It's not that it will just display those events. It will create a story that suits your personality. And once you approve the story, it will create all the comics pages. So the comic generation thing has been revolutionized by this particular project. So we have used GPT-4, Midjourney, Leonardo AI, and a lot of other custom embedding models to create the comics, generate the dialogues, and all that thing, and all those images, and it looks really very professional. So let's move on to the next case study. So this is an important one. It is basically related to the healthcare. So what happens? Next slide, please. Yes. So in healthcare, what happens is, say, let me give you an example. If a heart surgery is going on, and a heart is a very complex structure. Now, the demand was like when the scalpel is there on the heart, there should be a camera on the tip of the scalpel, and there should be a 3D model. And AI should analyze at which section of the heart the surgery is going on. And that should get reflected in the 3D model. And the AI must keep on providing suggestions that how long or how deep the incision is. And in heart, what happens that there are layers. So it also helps in the detection of various valves which are in the heart. Say, for example, there is a defect in uh, somebody's mitral valve or the papillary muscles, and surgery is needed for that. So this is a very critical surgery, and it AI can assist the doctors by suggesting that where exactly the scalpel is and what should be the next move, what section they are already dissected into. So this is something that we have done, and we have taken a lot of DICOM images uh, of the various CT scans, the heart CT scans, and the biggest challenge was, next slide please. The biggest challenge was that these hearts were baby hearts, the hearts of the children, the infants. So some of the hearts were not completely developed, and some of the hearts they have abnormalities. And in order to, and this system basically detects these abnormalities in the valve or in the muscles and predicts, and after detection, then it suggests like what can be done, and it acts as an assistant with the doctor. So it is very good in analyzing the DICOM images, the CT scans, and to detect the abnormalities, list them out, so that instantly uh, it can provide an insight to the doctor or the surgeon who is about to provide or who is about to do the surgery. And since this project basically deals with children, so we had to be extra cautious. Still, the model is evolving, but the model is successfully deployed, and so far the results are pretty good. So that's all from the case studies from my end. Gulshan, over to you.
Thank you so much, Raja. And for case study three, I would like to invite Dr. Sabyasachi Saha, the AI scientist, and he worked as a CTO. He have a very good background in technology. And Dr. Sabyasachi, please tell us
Yeah,
a bit about
yeah,
KYS Digital and further.
yeah. Thank you, Gulshan, and thank you, everyone. So, thanks for patiently listening the things how you can integrate AI into your existing business. So, I will come up case study three, which is KYS Tech, which is also a very useful case studies which you can use into your many platform existing platform and rebuild some of the models of that. So basically this KYS is solving a major problem like digital sign of a document. So imagine like here the notary and the users are there. So user upload their own document, notary comes into the picture, they do the video call. Before that there are pre authenticated some methods there, so those methods they need to check. AI would be validate like whether this is all the methods been checked or not. If it is checked, then it comes to the notary. Then notary can go into the call, validate the users, like whether they have all the documents and data points are there, and then digitally signs that document. And before that there is also a very good step like a KYC verification. So there are their like a government documents and their face, everything get validated, and then there is a government API we are using it, which is getting their data and making sure they are having the legal authorizations to validate those. Next slide, Glushan. Yeah. So problem statement which we found here, like is before that it was a different kind of challenges were there, because we were dealing with some of the bigger clients. Their data security and stuff were was very should be aligned with, and of course like data backup and everything, because we are taking the very crucial data of the customers, like their different kind of their government IDs, their date of birth, etc. So we there is also things been there, like we just encrypted all those data and kept it into our database, and in runtime is getting decrypted. So that's why we overall if we are using other platform, so it was charging so high, but when we build the own platform, so it been saved money. So what you can, I mean, any of the existing platform where you need your KYC document to be verified, or the authentication methods, like which you need to do through the video KYC or video, document submission, even like a video call, those also separately can be integrated with any of your platform. Any real case studies, it's possible. Few days back, I was talking to a customers who need services for a transport businesses, where he wants like the driver document, the transport agent document to be verified, and that can be done through those kind of module integrations. Next slide, Gulshan. Another very comprehensive case study I like to say, that is for the edtech platform. So edtech platform, we all know, like in this market there are a lot of things to be integrated with AI, specifically like mock exams. So many time we find out like many of us are building a tech platform, but there are still like the question generation, the answer generations, and once the question been answered by the students, then that it's not about like multiple choice questions, not MCQs, but also the long answers can be validated by the AI. You can use like OpenAI, Llama, and teacher can upload their descriptive answers, and student also can write the descriptive answer, and between the all points covered or not, Llama can easily, or OpenAI can easily give the points. So that is possible. Second, also another important point is there in into this platform, like teachers and student appointment booking. So many time teachers are, let's say, coming to the platform as a part timer, and student can book that particular teachers so for a specific session. So that also possible through AI. So seeing the teachers validations, teacher slots. Another important point in this edtech platform is there, like let's imagine in a class there is a lot of discussion happening. It's an online class, but after discussion what happening, like student may not understand some specific part. They ask the questions and teacher answer, but also that particular point AI can capture, or through the conversation we can capture it, and after capturing it, that particular point AI can give them a specific mock questions and ask them to answer, and AI can check. So this is the way we can make our tech platform very strong. And Gulshan, please next slide. Yeah, and here are a lot of few platform we have built, different kind of challenges we have faced, like if the student diversity is student is a diverse student is there who need a personalized learning, or they need a personalized coach, or any of the places if they need a specific education standard or questions marks to be followed, so we can achieve this way. So this is the way it's evaluations we can do in the edtech platform. And I think that is kind of if you already have a edtech platform, you can only integrate few modules, customized module you can build, and you can do it here. Next slide is there, like mental health. So this is another case studies is there, and in this mental health platform, what we have done, and it's a very good edtech platform. So, and I'm seeing like many people who is my connection in LinkedIn, they are maybe in a mental health in different hospital they are working. So for them, one of the solutions which we build, and you can also integrate this kind of custom solution into your, if you are in a mental health or any kind of platforms or business you are going to start or you already have. So there are a few things there, like imagine like you have to diagnose a patient. So you have to find out patient's long stories, then there are a lot of medical reports, then sometimes also you have to ask them some question to answer. So all of the reports you need to first check, and then you need to assess it, like what kind of problem he has, what kind of medication he needs to do. Now this is something we can do it in through this platform. We solve the problem. So we what we can do, like it's kind of a advisor. So I'm not saying like a doctor can be replaced or something like that, but I'm saying it's a second thought of advisory. So like initially those data been collected, and then AI gives a very important answer, like what is his problem, what kind of medications can be done. So doctor can actually validate like what is their thought, and similar way probably some of the good solutions they can tell. In next slide, Gulshan, if you go on. Yeah. So here the challenge is what we currently in many of the not only the mental health but in the healthcare industry is facing. One of them like clinical workflow. So they are facing a problem of clinical workflow. So like automatic appointment booking, automating patient on board, even clinical notes to integrate to the EHS system or hospital management system, even when patient getting released. So of course, like every document and everything they are sending, but the problem is there, the reminder to the patient, or give the patient advice, or there is a bot should be there which can actually ask patients like initial problem statement, and give the doctor a briefing about the patient before they arrive to the OPD. So lot of challenges over there in the mental health or other health care problems. So specifically the clinical workflow automation and stuff, which we already solved through this particular thing. And right now we actually make it better, like a 60% of admin time got less, and 30% or more weekly patient been increase. So that's kind of a problem statement we solve into the through this project into the healthcare industry. And again, it's not for a mental health only, it can be used for any clinical automations. Next slide is the quick FMS chatbot. So many times people are not ready to build their own chatbot system. So we are also having Techno Exponent having our own product of chatbot builders. Beside that, we also can be used like another chatbot like Microsoft Copilot. But again, some of the client recently given me a feedback like Microsoft Copilot is not having their all the requirement. But I would say like if you have very specific requirement, you can build it custom. But Microsoft Copilot has a basic chatbot requirement to be fulfilled, and it is can use into your platform. You can integrate it, like you can generate the tickets. If you just write down few lines, it will generate the ticket. Then if you even if you want to book some of the specific date, it can be booked. And also like if you ask some questions from the knowledge base, it can be answered, and it can be a ready-made product can be there. Just small customization and developer help is important. Gulshan, next slide please. Yeah. So this particular slide, we will have different challenges we faced. Among them is important like system integration. So sometimes if you take any specific system, it's hard to integrate. So you can use Microsoft Copilot, their own kind of a system where you can use that. And of course like 24/7 someone is managing, and I feel like a very fast customer is respond to the customer, and a lot of ticket been solved quickly because ticket creation is much more easier on that. So this is one of the help there. I'm not moving, next slide, but I'm not playing the video. We can share at the end. Gulshan, please next slide. Yeah. But no need to play the video, Gulshan, because we have a short of time. Yeah, we can talk about the eyewear, one of the things, AR VR tools development. So it is also very common, like many one is going to a department or business like where virtual try on. Like our Raja Banerjee also build a one of our client for a product like virtual try on. So let's say you have a shirt, you have a dress, so you can even wearing that you can make a try on. Similar way for eyewear, like you have a glass and you can make a try on. And many business who are in retail or who are into the eyewear in other industries, so there sometimes it's a different this module you can integrate with the client, sorry, with your like e-commerce or in your retail industry, like just using the image, people can come, they in front of a big cameras or in front of a iPad, they can check how they look like using that particular sunglass. So you don't need to keep that much of stock into your into your shop or into your business. So that is something we can develop. And of course, like you can also give the extension to like into the as a WordPress modules, as a Shopify modules, or even a VS Code integration. So this SDK can be used to your any platform. So that's one of the feature is there. And if you go to the next slide, Gulshan. Yeah. So, this challenge, this is kind of a right now is challenges is there, like most of the retail industry that they are just making a product. Sorry, they are selling the product, but there are many other businesses also selling the similar kind of product, but they can make a difference just for making those kind of integration with the AI, and it can be integrated to any of their platform, and that way they can achieve like a very big amount of result, like where their business can be promoted in so high, because this is kind of unique value propositions to their business. uh, Next slide is the video, but I'm not playing the video, and I'm moving to the key takeaway. So then we can go to the Q&A if you have some of the questions. So takeaway, I would say 4 points over here. Don't rebuild. Most of the time, client or many of the prospect, even in a discussion also, people ask me that integrating AI means I have to rebuild the whole platform. But I would say there is no rebuild, nothing. Just you can use any AI, or you can build custom AI module into your business. That is number one. Number two is the start with the automation. Many time I find like people are maybe sole owner, or they need even not a sole owner, they have a team, but many things they are doing like manual ways. But if we do automatic way, like a custom, like a appointment booking, sales in customer validations, taking inbound calls, even generating the summaries, everything you can start with a small automation. You can start with a like a small personalized to your customer system. That would be helpful. Now, third point is, of course, you have to choose an experienced tech partner, because of if you are not choosing experienced tech partner, there is a high chance that you'll be spending a lot of money in the system architecture, even onto the infrastructure, which may not need it. Many times I touch into the many person who doesn't have, who spending a lot of money into the infrastructure of build, or infrastructure of AI project. So that is also you have to widely think about. There are a lot of tools, even you can consult with them before choosing the tech partner. And last thing is that last but not the least, but that is like a build AI with a user first mindset. So many time what happens, like there are two things I would like to say. We are trying to build a bigger AI products. We are trying to build a big things, and the cost getting high, and sometimes we are a little bit stepping back. But my goal is that if you are building a small proof of concept, and if you see that proof of concept working and help on your business, then you can big your whole implementation, rather thinking like how can I do. Say for a simple example, let's imagine I have an e-commerce platform. So there are a lot of sector which Raja Banerjee already informed. There are a lot of sector can be implemented, but you can build one thing. Maybe you can build one virtual try on, or you may build like customer personalized system, or personalized product recommendation for a customer. Any of the small modules you can build, thinking that how you can involve your users. Any of the company like us can give you a support or help, like how to making it consultancy, like how you can implement it, and that way we can do. So fourth step, don't rebuild, start with a automation, choose experience partner, and fourth is the build a small module POC, and keeping in the user mindset is first. So before taking your questions, I want to closing statement is that AI adoption is not just about the starting over. It's about to getting smarter with what you already have. So a lot of time I face the questions like that's the reason this particular conference we put like this particular title, like it's not about like rebuilding. If someone is saying you have to rebuild things, not like that. If your platform is Shopify, if your platform is WordPress, if your platform is React, Java, whatever, .NET, just you can integrate the AI module. It can be built in Python, machine learning, other models, and you just integrate that part using API and things. But of course, that custom modules you have to build, or you have to take from somewhere. That's all from my end. This is everything. Gulshan, over to you if you want to move on the Q&A part, Gulshan. Mhm.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sam. And let's talk about the common FAQs first.
Mhm.
For the first question, do I need a team to manage AI? So yes, you definitely do not need a team to manage AI. Integration layers can work with your current stack and team. Even though if you have a very small team, that's absolutely okay. Is it expensive? No, absolutely not. But it depends on the scope. If you have a very big business and your requirement is very high, then the cost might differ. But for the small businesses, no, it is not very expensive. You can start from like GPT and Zapier, Make.com, which already mentioned by Raja. You can use them for free. How long before I see a ROI? For our clients, we have shown them result in like less than 30 to 60 days. And is my data secure with AI? Well, we follow ISO certified protocols and with client side encryptions. And simultaneously, we are working with a lot of healthcare and insurance companies. So yes, we make this thing make this data first. So yes, your data is secure with us. And let's move to your Q&As. Do you have any question for us? Our experts are here to help you.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So with the AI comic generation, is that something that you guys create? Is that just a AI concept that's like out there at demonstrating like the capabilities of AI?
Yes, so we have created that project for one of our clients. So it's a system been built where Raja Banerjee has explained different kind of AI model been used, and we build the system from scratch, and then giving some of the input is asking from the users, and then building the whole comic.
That's creative.
Yeah.
With the chat bots, I know you said that they can be customized. Is
Yes.
there a way to customize like chatbots to trade crypto and trade stocks and see performance and see history? Is that a thing or is that kind of far-fetched?
Yeah, Raja, do you want to take that question?
Yes, I'd love to take that question. Yes, so we have already developed certain AI assistants and we call them expert advisors. So what happens, or EAs in short, so what happens that uh, we directly connect these bots to the user's TradingView account, if I consider TradingView as one of the leading platforms. And what happens that the chatbot, it keeps on analyzing the trades, and the chatbot has a specific like multiple algorithms, and it can learn from the history of transactions that has been done. Say, for example, if there is a trader trading for the last 1 year, and he has all the transactional history, and the history is right there in his trading account, so we can fetch the history, and we can make the model learn from the history so that we can get the trends on the seasonality of the data. The how say, for example, let's consider gold. So how the prices are getting up and down, and how or forex, or how it's varying. So each and every trend insights, and there are various algorithms like moving average, there is like RSI, and all these algorithms we deploy to make sure that there are the objective or the goals of that particular user, that the goal the user can set actually. The user can set the goal, user can tell the bot that, okay, this is my goal, and I want to have this kind of a behavior and this kind of a sale selling behavior. It's not always about buying or selling. It's about you need to know where you have to hold the stock, because there could be a panic in the market. In the panic, what happens that everybody is selling, let me sell too. And after 2 days, you realize that, okay, that was a bad decision. So the seasonality of the last 2 years of that particular trade can really help to understand. A human cannot remember all these things, but a bot with which is trained on the entire seasonality data can definitely, prevent you from incurring this kind of losses. So we call them expert advisors, and we integrate with the TradingView account, and we deploy that to either mobile or to the client's account itself. So yes, definitely, that's definitely feasible.
Okay, definitely answer my question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gulshan, over to you. Yeah.
If anyone have any question, you can just drop in the chat, or you can just unmute yourself and ask. Our team is here to help you out. Or else, I have posted Dr. Sahad and my personal LinkedIn, where you guys can connect and reach out to us if you need any further support. Yes, so I guess that was all the questions we had. And Dr. Sahad, I guess I will need your
Yeah.
permission to conclude this.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all. Thanks for your participation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.